Hi everyone, this is Neha Dhupia and you're watching me on Movified Bollywood.
Hello everyone who's watching me at Movified. The simply stunning and always courageous, always confident Neha Dhupia is coming up in the season 6 of a show known Filter Neha. Hello Neha, how have you been? Promotions, hectic fun?
Yeah, lots of fun. Always nice to talk about your own product. I
Yes.
mean, you all, and the thing is that हम करते हैं इसलिए so that we can scream from rooftops. So yeah, fun.
Bilkul. So before I start, members of media ask a lot of things for conversation starters. So what is one thing which you want to put a ban on? कि ये चीज से you should not start. So that I'm ready.
Most memorable moment, most favorite most वो जो scrapbook type questions होते थे ना वो नहीं सब वो सब नहीं. हाँ.
Okay, duly noted. Now Neha, I am an anchor. I host, I interview actors. So
What is your most memorable moment of hosting? Huh?
No, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking because you have been commendable. When you host and when you interview actors, it feels like you're having a conversation at your home. So what is the three must-have or the three hacks or the ingredients to be the perfect host on the show?
I think be very interested in your subject.
Yeah.
By subject, I mean the person who's come, not in the subject of hosting.
Correct.
Give them time to listen. Give them time to talk. And do a lot of research because everything they talk about, every subject they talk about, you don't need to do the research because you want to know about what they're saying and you already know. You want to do the research because you could have a counter question. So be prepared.
Yes.
Know your subject really well. Yeah.
Research is a must. Perfect. So what are your personal do's and don'ts when you are hosting or bringing a guest over?
Asking them most memorable, tell us one story about this one, give us anecdote.
Yeah.
Anecdotal questions in a person's life who's had a 25-year long career, it's very difficult to sum it up.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So that give specific situations and then expect an answer out of that. Yeah.
Unique and one of a kind situations.
Yeah.
Okay. Talking about season 6, tell us now, like, what is new, what has remained the same, and what's coming up later?
Okay, those are three different questions.
Yeah.
What's new? Firstly, what's new is that we're going video, and you can catch us on GeoTV and GeoTV Plus because it's been a podcast, and we were. There was a time when we were the most listened to podcast, and I'm so excited to be a part of something that started off like literally in a parking lot to look where we are. Six seasons, 8 years later, and it's very exciting. We also were pretty unstoppable even during lockdown. We had a brand new season. It was very nice. That was one. What's new? What's the second part of your question?
What has remained the same?
What's remained the same? I think the candid conversations. Lots of our guests have remained the same with new stories to tell, and the host is the same.
Yes.
Better not change. No, I'm hoping. And the one thing that you should look forward to is actually pretty similar because it's in video. Like everybody was like, we want to see them in skin, in real. Just not listen to them. So now you have an option of listening and you can watch and you can just see them on a fun because also when the minute you go video, we have the ability to go into going more physical.
Yes.
So we have games and we have all of that. So it's a lot of fun.
And also because you know them so well, so obviously when they are on cam, there's a new element to that. I generally wanted to ask about Vicky's and Kartik's show. They both are absolutely sweetheart, but they are very different from each other. So can you tell us something about
I mean, the thing is, they never focus on the fact as to how different they are. Their process is different, their stories are different. But somewhere I feel like the times, the hardships, or the fact that there's an image of a person who's trying to make it in the industry and standing outside, in lines outside casting rooms with a backpack, and then figuring out whether it's going to happen or not, and it's the ordinary everyday boy trying to make it in the business story, which they both have in common. Their stories could be very different, but they both have that in common. And for me, I feel like the biggest win is to see the casting of the show. Even as guests, you need to get into casting. There are some people, there's always 3 or 4 people who are cut from the same cloth at any time, at any moment in the business. So you'll have and they are also even movie-wise, you'll have similar women, similar men,
Who have a similar
trajectory, different story, but I mean similar stories dealt with differently. So we wanted to steer away from, something that's too close to each other.
Yeah. Okay.
And Vicky and Kartik, both very interesting, and you will see how they're both so funny.
Yeah, they are funny people.
They're very funny people, and especially when they let their guard down, because Vicky has a really, really funny side to him.
Yeah, he does.
And there was this one point where he's telling me that मतलब talk show host जैसे मुंह क्यों बना के बात कर रही है. So I'm like, but I know him so well. I'm like, okay, fine, नहीं करती हूँ मैं. So a really funny way of talking. Or Kartik, who would just be like, he'll look at you.
He's a goofball,
Yeah, and then 2 seconds later he'll start laughing, and you start laughing, and he's fully aware of who he is. He's so funny, and also to be able to like see that kind of success, and I see both of them enjoying it.
Yeah.
And choosing their scripts, choosing it wisely, and that relatability of them being,
exactly
the everyday boy or everyone's man, and both like big green flags. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, that relatability factor is also a big reason why they are so loved.
Yeah.
If you go back to memory lane, 5 glorious seasons. So which particular episode or the actor gave you the most wholesome experience? Like you were like, oof.
Lots, actually. If you had to go back and see, I mean, these 8 guests have been absolutely brilliant. Each one with a different kind of vibe, story, character, narrative, all of that. But in the past, I think Karan, because he was my first kind of guest on the show, and the first one to kind of go on air, always special, didn't know what to expect. We dropped the episode at like midnight, and in the morning at 9 o'clock, my phone was ringing. I still remember I was going to radio stations, and people and, friends from the media, and everybody was laughing, and, they were also paraphrasing things he said. So I was like, wow, okay, so people are watching and listening and tuning in. And then, of course, there was... I really enjoyed Harbhajan because he was very funny, and to have a cricketer with that kind of humor,
a lot of stories.
Yeah, to hear the stories of all his contemporaries at that point. Back then, I even really enjoyed listening to Farhan because he himself is a director, so he knows his skill, his storytelling skill is unmatched. Lots of people. I really enjoyed a lot.
Okay, so now let's move on to the set of questions which my team has sent. They are all Gen Z people. I'm old.
Okay.
So they have sent some questions and they're like, you have to ask.
Okay, I think you're being very unkind. No one's old, but yeah, the people who are young.
Yeah. Okay. So first is, who is more likely to?
Okay.
Who is more likely to keep laughing throughout the show?
Between whom and whom?
As per your experience.
Who's most likely to?
Who's most likely to?
Kartik.
Kartik. Keep asking for something to eat or to munch.
So now or the earlier seasons
All
as well?
Seasons, yeah.
Ayushman. Yeah, because he did that on the show, and then he was like, I'm not eating sugar, I'm not eating this, but he was, I think an hour later, he was hungry. Ayushman and Angad, both.
All right. Refuse every dare or a controversial question.
No, they don't refuse the dare, because either it's the controversial question or the dare, so everybody goes with it.
Okay. And say yes for coming and then later forget. Not because they're unprofessional, because they're just like that.
Yeah, someone did that to me this season. Yeah, but I'm not going to take their name.
Okay,
yeah.
No worries. Which 3 actors or celebrities you're manifesting to get on the show?
Shah Rukh Khan. Okay, I'll go to 4.
Yeah, go for it.
Deepika, Priyanka, Salman.
Superb.
Sanjay Dutt.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
5.
Wow, okay. That's good to that. Your most challenging episode till now and why?
I think the first one when we went video,
Yeah.
I mean, we dropped Shahid's first, we shot Tiger's first.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got stuck in an elevator.
Oh.
We prepared for everything and the lights went. So Tiger was there and then we got stuck in an elevator and I was just like, boom, now what do I do?
Oh, yeah.
So it was really challenging because I had an hour to shoot with him and suddenly like the lights and mains, everything went off and I was like, not looking good.
Yeah, that can be.
But he was nice, he stayed till the end.
Okay. Who is the most non-approachable person? Non-approachable as an unavailable actor you have tried to get on No Filter Neha? Maybe someone based out of India now.
I mean, the only person based out of India is PC. But I mean, she's not promoting anything right now, and it's very hard to get someone who doesn't live here. But someone who had to really juggle a lot around was Rashmika, because she also works in different sort of parts of India. So she has to keep traveling here and there. So just like catch her. I mean, like I literally had to catch her for 2 hours when she was not on a flight.
Okay. The one actor you would want on every season on the show?
I don't know, Karan, Kareena, Vicky, Kartik, Shahid, everyone who's been on the show.
One story about your pageant journey where you won Miss India, which people still don't know. Something which you remember when you started, when you won Miss India and then went on to.
What's this thing? I feel like everybody knows everything about me, or maybe I'm just giving myself too much importance. I don't know, that I was born with my silver streak. I have a birthmark and I have a white patch of hair since birth. Does that qualify for a story? Okay, fine. There are a lot of people who don't. Like, I like it. And now a lot of people are like, you're owning up to it and all of it, but I've always had it. Yeah, okay.
Perfect. The most no-filtered show ever, the episode, I mean.
The most unfiltered? I have to say it's a close one between Karan, Harbhajan and Sonam.
All right. And lastly, what's coming up next in your journey as an actor?
I have a really fun small part in a movie with Vicky and Tripti. Then I also have a really lovely, character that I'm playing in a show which is based around mental health, but it's a comic drama. I also have an international film where I'm playing one of the leads, and I'm very excited about it. So it's called Blue 52. And I mean, it's an interesting year. If everything comes out and people like enjoy the work I've done or enjoy watching me, so it'll be good.
Perfect. We hope you keep entertaining and keep making India proud always. All the best for the show.
Thank you very much.
It was lovely.
Thank you. Hi everyone, this is Neha Dhupia and you're watching me on Movified Bollywood.